Here's a raw and honest Nirvana song that was written secretly about Kurt Cobain's then-girlfriend, Tracy Marander. Now, she didn't actually find out that the song was written about her until years later when she was reading a biography, Come As You Are, the story of Nirvana, when she found out. Now, it's based on just 2 sections and a handful of chords. In this video, I want to share some insider tips for Kurt Cobain's guitar style on it. So grab your axe and let's dive into this About a Girl chords and guitar lesson. The first part starts off like this. All right, so we're using just 2 chords here. We've got an E minor, open, 2, 2, open, open, open. And then we go to G, and that's 3, 2, open, 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 3. It's just a folk style G there. And I'm playing the E minor with the 2nd and 3rd fingers, and then I keep that 2nd finger down, move the 3rd finger up, and put the pinky on to go to G. So I have this little transition here where there's 1 finger that stays down, and then the others move. Now you could, if you want, play E minor like this, and then go to G like this. I don't use this G that much, or this E minor with this fingering, but it is a possibility. Whichever's easier for you. You could also just go, E minor and go to, any G that you want, but this is gonna sound like the recording using that kind of folk style. So those are the first 2 chords. Then with the strum hand, you're gonna just go back and forth. 1 and 2 and just down, up, and then change chords. Down, up. Each chord lasts 2 beats. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and switch, 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 switch. So you just get that nice flow back and forth, nice and even between the chords. 2 beats each. So that's the first section, and if you've struggled to learn songs faster and understand the fretboard for rhythm and lead, then go to johnmcclennan.com/fretboard guide and get your hands on my free fretboard guide PDF. This is going to show you 5 chords and 5 scales to map out the neck, and it works for any style of music, and it's completely free. Just go to johnmcclennan.com/fretboard guide and grab that now as my gift to you. So that's the first section, the A section, and it's going to go 8 bars long. We've got the melody going over that. Easy friend, okay, so it's gonna go E minor, G, E minor, G, E minor, G, E minor, G. That's 4 bars, and then that repeats again. So I'll play it all as one piece. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's halfway. All right, now we do a key change. So this is an interesting chord to go to next. This first part and the majority of the song is in the key of E minor. Then all of a sudden we land on a C sharp bar chord, which is just totally out of left field here. We've got the 4th fret on the 5th string, then 6, 6, 6, barring there on strings 4, 3, 2. And then we're gonna add the G sharp in the bass. So we're gonna grab that extra 4th fret on the 6th string with the index finger there. And then we're gonna go to an F sharp chord. And that's a bar chord in 2nd position, 2, 4, 4, 3, 2, 2. Now here, we're playing 2 beats on each chord. So C sharp, then C sharp over G sharp. Then when we go to F sharp, it's 4 beats, or 1 full measure. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that's the next part. It does that twice. It goes. Then, love this part. We go to an E major, which again, the majority of this song is in E minor. We've We got some really interesting chords here, and this just showcases Kurt Cobain. You know, he had some brilliant songwriting moves, and the way he put chords and melodies together was just genius. So here we go to an E major, open, 2, 2, 1, open, open. And you're just gonna go back and forth for a bar, same strumming pattern. You know, that alternating rhythm goes throughout. Then we'll go to A to C. So that's A is from the 5th string down, open, 2, 2, 2, open, and then C, which is 3, 2, open, 1, open. Now this is the only time in the song where we have what's called a syncopation. We change the chord on the and of 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So from the E, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then back to E minor to G, just like the A section. So let me put this entire B section together and play it as one piece so you can hear what it sounds like all together. Get set, I'll count you in. Oh, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and C sharp, F sharp. Again. E, A to C with the syncopation, back to the E minor to G. And on E minor. About a Girl, those are the parts that you need to know. Have fun practicing them. And if you want to learn songs faster and better understand the fretboard for rhythm and lead in the easiest way, then go to johnmcclennan.com/fretboard guide and get your hands on my free fretboard guide PDF. This is going to show you 5 chords and 5 scales to map out the fretboard, and it works for any style of music. Just go to johnmcclennan.com/fretboard guide and grab that now as my gift to you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you might like this one next.